Welcome to today's tutorial. The purpose of today's tutorial is to discuss mini bookmarks, folder construction, as well as bookmark management. Let's go ahead and get started. Along the top, you'll notice that I have several small icons in this region. And then right over here, you'll notice how it turns into folders. I'm going to explain a variety of strategies in today's video. I have now opened the website for Endeavor Charter School. I have more than one way that I can save this website. I can actually click on the padlock right here and leave my index finger down on the trackpad or the mouse. I can then slide down and then let go. This line shows me exactly where that item will land in my bookmarks bar when I let go. The website is now saved in this location. If I am dissatisfied with this location, I can click, leave my finger in the down position on the mouse or the trackpad, and I can drag it to a different location. If I do not wish for all of these words to appear next to the icon, I can right-click and edit how I have saved that bookmark. When I click Edit, it shows me the name that will automatically appear in this space. I can adjust or override that to my liking. I can erase or add any letters I choose. If I were to click Save right now, it would get saved to the bookmarks bar. You'll notice how it's illuminated blue. Later in the video, we'll talk about saving to a different space. When you're first starting out, you're going to see almost nothing in this space. I can either click Enter on my keyboard or I can click Save. When I do that, you'll notice how the adjacent word has disappeared and now it only says Endeavor. I can make it even smaller than that. I'm going to come up on top of the icon. I'm going to right-click one time. In the drop-down menu, I'm going to click Edit. This time, I'm going to take all of the letters away inside of this namespace. Then I'm going to scoot down and I'm going to click Save. You'll notice how all of the letters have disappeared and I'm simply left with the icon. Because I was the one who placed all of these bookmarks here, I know what all of these icons mean. In the event I need the name to return after I have removed it, I can easily do that. When I right-click directly on top of any icon, I can bring down the menu, I can click Edit, and I can type the name back in. It's as easy as that. Here's another strategy for saving bookmarks efficiently. Let me scoot up to what is called the omnibar. This long space where the address for any website is located is called the omnibar. Inside the omnibar, you will see a star over here on the right-hand side. Let me open up a different website real quick and let me explain how to use that feature. I'm going to scoot over here to the Resources tab. I'm going to move down one item and click on Calendar. This will bring up the calendar for Endeavor Charter School. You'll notice up here in the omnibar that the star is hollow. Just a moment ago, let me click the back button, you'll notice that this star is filled in. When it's filled in, it means that I have saved or favorited or bookmarked this particular item. When it is hollow, it means that I have not saved, bookmarked, or favorited that item. One quick way to save an item like this is to click the star. When I do that, Google will bring up this menu asking me to name and provide a destination for this bookmark. I can choose another subfolder or I can leave it inside of the bookmark bar. In the event I were to click Done, I would find it in this extended menu. Like I've run out of room, so it needs to go somewhere. When you have as many bookmarks as I do, you need this extended menu. Whatever your most recent resource is, it will always be located at the very bottom of this list. You can move those wherever you wish, but the initial placement will always be at this bottom-most position. If you are dissatisfied with this location, you're more than welcome to hold your mouse button down, slide up the menu, and then across the top. When you let go, you'll notice how there's a new placement. You'll also notice how the title has been truncated or abbreviated. You will not see the entire title in this space. It is very easy to delete an item like this. I'm simply going to rest on top of this item. I'm going to right click one time. I'm going to use that menu that drops down, and I'm going to click delete. So that was the mini portion of the training. Now let's move on to the next portion. In the event you wish to store several items in a folder, let's move on to the next portion of the training where we talk about folder construction. See how I have several folders along the top? Let me show you how to do that. So Melissa, how do you design a new folder? The strategy I typically use is that I come over here into an open space along the bookmark bar, and then I right click. After choosing right click on my mouse, I scoot down the menu until I find add folder, and then I click one time. I'm going to click one time in order to add a folder. In this space, it's going to ask me to provide a name. It will ask me where my destination is. For right now, let me go ahead and name the folder sample. You'll notice right here how bookmarks bar is illuminated blue. If I were to click save right now, the sample folder would save inside of the bookmarks bar. However, if I clicked on IT, for example, and then I clicked save, the sample folder would nest inside of the IT folder. I'm going to click right here where it says bookmark bar, and then I'm going to click save. Melissa, I don't see it. We need to come all the way over here to the two arrows, and then you'll notice down at the bottom of the menu that it's located here. Any and all new items will land here at the bottom of this extended menu. I can scoot this up along here and all the way over here to what I'll call spot number 1, and then I can let go. If I want this item to rest inside of a folder, I'm going to click. I'm going to leave my index finger down on the mouse, and I'm going to drag it to whatever that destination spot is, and then I'll let go. And I can repeat this sequence as often as I like, placing as many resources into this folder as I choose. Wherever that black line goes, that's where the item will nest. In this situation, it's inside of a folder. Or starting from scratch, if I would like the Endeavor Charter School calendar to nest inside of the sample folder, from here I'm going to click on the star. This lets Google know that I would like to save this bookmark. Because the sample folder was the last folder that I designed, Google will populate that specific folder into this space. I can make any adjustments as needed, and then I can click the Done button right here. You'll notice that the calendar is now housed inside of the sample folder. We talked about mini bookmarks. We talked about folders. In just a second, I'm going to move on to the bookmark manager. Let me pause and mention a few details before I get to that point. From this position, I can grab the sample folder and I can drag it inside of an adjacent folder simply by clicking, dragging, nesting, sliding, and releasing. I can have any folder rest inside of a different folder. You can now see that inside of the 3D printers folder, the sample folder rests right here. It can be moved easily simply by clicking and dragging it to any new location. Over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to click on what I affectionately call the skinny snowman. When I click one time on these 3 dots, you'll see this extended menu appear. You'll also see where it says bookmarks. This is where I can easily and quickly see all of my bookmarks. Over here is the bookmark manager. This is what I'm going to talk about in just a minute. But before I do that, let me talk about the bookmarks bar. If your bookmarks bar accidentally disappears, either because you clicked it for it to disappear or you used keyboard strategies for it to disappear, scoot over here to the skinny snowman, choose bookmarks, and then click Show Bookmark Bar. Control-Shift-B would be the keyboard command in order to make it go away or come back. And you'll notice the bookmarks bar has returned. My primary objective was to show you the bookmark manager. Let me click on that now and I'll show you what that looks like. In the event you feel that organizing your materials in this upper region is slightly clumsy, this is a repeat of those same strategies, just constructed in a different fashion. Folders are not automatically alphabetized. If you wish at any point to reorganize these folders, simply drag and drop any one specific folder into a new location. In the event you wish to delete or rename any of these subfolders, you can do so easily. Simply right-click on any one of these folders and a submenu will appear. From that drop-down menu, you can either choose Delete or Rename. I work in the field of education, and so you'll see right here that in my Standards folder, I have several folders in conjunction with subfolders. If you wish to open any of the links located in this area, there are two methods you can use to open these. You can either double-click on any individual item and it will open in an adjacent tab, or you can scoot over to the right where you see these three dots. From the drop-down menu, you would choose Open in New tab. I'm now going to model the search box up at the top. I'm going to begin to type calendar, but I won't type the entire thing. Any item where the actual website has these letters or the name that I have given to any of these bookmarks, you will notice that those items queue up in this space. This is an efficient method to find something when you are a little bit short on time. I'm now going to model organizational strategies inside of this space. I'm going to grab this bookmark from this lower region and I'm going to drag it up here to this particular folder. I'm not going to let go just yet. Let me point out a few things. You'll notice that all of the web links down at the bottom have a symbol of a globe on the left-hand side. You'll also notice that all of the folders up here have an icon on the left representing a folder. The blue band shows me my starting point and the item I have selected, and you'll notice this adjacent blue band. This shows me that when I let go, this particular website will drop into this particular folder. You might be curious why this particular method of organization is helpful. Here's my opinion. When you try to organize resources from this upper region, you can only microscopically perform one task at a time, and then those submenus will disappear. In this Bookmark Manager space, you can execute task after task after task without these spaces disappearing. So both tasks achieve the same outcome. It's just a matter of whether or not one space is more efficient for you than the other. Thank you so much for joining me for today's tutorial, and have a great day.